kind of have it spelled out here for you, the first couple of examples. I'm taking f of x, which is x plus 3.
Good evening. I'm Ina Suba along with Nick Santoriello. Welcome to the premiere edition of Raider Nation. With the school year in full swing, NHS opens the doors, welcoming 398 students of the class of 2019. We wish them the best of luck as they start their journey here at Nutley High School. Looking at the calendar of events, on October 1st, we will hold the annual college fair at 7:30 p.m. On October 3rd, we will administer the SATs, and October 8th, seniors will have their cruise at Weehawken.
On September 17th, NHS held an open house to give parents insight into their child's daily routine.
As parents and faculty congregated in the halls of Nutley High School, the Raider Nation captured all the expectations of tonight's activity. Mr. Lazovic here. I would just want to ask you a question. What would you like that the parents take out of tonight's activity?
My biggest hope is that they're comfortable, that we're doing everything we possibly can to give their kids a great experience, and that they walk away excited about what we're doing, and they feel comfortable reaching out and talking to us, communicating with us so we can support you guys.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's a great question, by the way. I think what we want them to gain out of this night is, like I said to the freshman parents, that we need to make sure we're all communicating, parents, teachers, and students, and that if we have the communication down and we've established that, it's going to be a great 4 years for the freshmen and a great year for everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
I'm hoping that parents will get an idea of who their students have in class, what the expectations are of that teacher. The fact is, if you think about it, their students are going to be spending the next 100 or so days with this person just about every day. So you want to get an idea of who that is spending so much time with your kid. So I understand what that's like, and hopefully we'll give them a good look at what we do here.
I think it would be great if parents could see all of the great resources that we provide for our students, and also to get a glimpse into what the students actually do every day. I think it's great that kids probably go home and tell their parents what they do, but to actually see the resources and be in the environment that gives those students the capabilities to do such great things, whether it's clubs, sports, TV class, or just in their regular academic classes.
Thank you very much.
It's very easy because way back when, in 1978, I was a graduate here, so I went to school here myself. Okay. So I know where all the rooms is and how to get around.
Tonight's activity.
Hi, Devin. I hope parents take out of this that the faculty at Nutley High School are caring, competent individuals who want to give their students the best possible experience, and so that we can all have a fantastic year.
Thank you, Ms. Montes.
Like when the parents come into the gym, they can kind of see what we do hands-on. As you can see in our background, they can ask questions if they have it. We have technology set up on our websites, Google Classroom. If they have any questions, they can come. Any specific recommendations they have for their child, they can come talk to us specifically, and just get to know each other.
Tonight, well, I think it's important to the parents to know that we're on the same page, a way to communicate openly between faculty and home, and just create a good atmosphere so we can get the kids all passing and being happy.
Feel comfortable coming to us as teachers and having that relationship so that we can help better our students. And that's it.
That's good. Thank you, Ms.
Pues me gustaría que los padres vean que somos como profesores muy profesionales, pero cuando no están aquí somos completamente locos.
Gracias. I have a question to ask you. What would you like to consume information-wise out of tonight from your child's schedule?
I just want to know how he gets from one class to another within the time period he's allotted.
Okay, good.
I've actually been very impressed with the classes he has. In fact, Mr. Kelly's class, I just found out he's the anchor of one of your shows. And I was just in AP Environmental Science where I found out he's actually going to be taking a field trip to a farm in upstate New York where they have a famous restaurant where he's actually going to be able to pick some food.
As a senior, I've had experience with nights like tonight, so this is going to be very good for parents. But this is also a great way to start the school year off. I'm reporting from Raider Nation. This is Devin Merritt.
We thank the administration and faculty for the informative night for the learning community.
As the seasons change, we send field reporter Maggie Spector Williams to talk about some transitions here at Nutley High School.
Good morning. I'm Maggie Spector Williams, and today I'm here with Principal of Nutley High School, Mr. Williams. What are your goals that you have set for the school year?
Hi, Maggie. How are you? That's a great question. One of the goals, Maggie, is to make sure that everybody is on the website as much as possible. We're trying to keep that updated and making that a one-stop shopping for students, parents, outside people in the community. But some of the goals, it's a great question. And making that a one-stop shopping for students, parents, outside people in the community. But some of the goals, it's a great question. If you click on my principal's classroom, it'll take you to a couple of things. We have two building goals. One is writing across the curriculum. This has been implemented for the last couple of years, and we keep on revisiting it. And people can click on the details. For the focus this year, we're going to be utilizing our time together, administrators and teachers, to kind of norm out writing and try to get more written assessments across the curriculum. One of the key pieces, if you read a lot of educational literature and theory, when students are asked to write and apply what they're learning, it's helpful for them. So that's that's a big goal for us. Stop me if I'm talking too much. Then another thing we're doing is looking at how we grade and grading, trying to get a consistency in grading. And what we want this to do is we want people to be when I say people, teachers, and all of us discussing how we grade, what we grade, discussion we're having. And then I have, and this is all on my website, by the way, instructional priorities. This was when I first met with the faculty this year, September 1st, I believe. We talked about, and we will focus on differentiating, your classroom environment, your instruction, what you're expecting of students based on the variety of learners in a class. We're looking for more student-led and directed discussions in the classroom, trying to incorporate some service learning and capstone projects across the curriculum. We're going to try to pilot this year. We're going to go to the academic committee and try to pilot an internship for seniors, and targeting specifically AP students this year to go out and do some service learning, and then present out on that as a final grade project. So that's just some of the stuff that's all there, Maggie. Again, the idea is that we're going to the website and trying to get that information, but we're very goal-driven this year.
Very cool. So you talked on the transitions that we're going to be seeing academic-wise. What transitions are we going to be seeing for the building itself?
Another great question. Obviously, as everybody knows now, and when we met with the students in the class meetings, we discussed the configuration change. And a physical configuration that everybody's probably noticed by now is that in the admin wing, the attendance office has shifted, and Mr. Francia's office has shifted. This is in anticipation of a secure entrance that will be installed, hopefully sooner than later in the course of the year, on New Street. So that will be a secure entrance for everyone, starting once the construction takes place. So that will be a huge shift for the building, and it's going to limit, hopefully for us, the traffic flow in the building, make it more secure for people. Obviously, Maggie, you probably remember the horrible Connecticut shooting that transpired a couple of years ago. That's what's driving all of this. So there's been many iterations of what it should look like, what it should be. It was decided that the best would be on New Street, and it'll be a airlock kind of entrance, and it'll be a slot for people to drop stuff off. So if people, forget their lunch money and all that stuff, we'll take care of that. But
as our principal and a very busy man, what do you do to unwind?
You guys always ask me that every year. Like I said last year, I think the older I get, the more I appreciate the solace of music and reading a good book. Anything. I read everything. I'm a voracious reader, as you can see around my office here. It's cluttered with things I've read.
Thank you so much for meeting with me. From the staff of the Nutley Raider Nation, we wish you and your co-workers a very great year.
Thank you.
Reporting from NHS TV, I'm Maggie Spector Williams.
We wish our entire staff and student body a productive and successful school year.
As Mr. Williams alluded to, there has been an abundance of new faculty joining our friendly confines. We sent field reporter Anthony Caruso to meet new science instructor Mr. Travaline up close and personal.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about the interview process that led you to the halls of NHS?
Absolutely. So, like most application processes, it usually starts out on paper. So I put together a CV, basically a background on my education, working experience, things like that. More of a list format. And then I have a letter that I wrote that kind of fleshes out that information, tells a little bit more about me personally and what sort of talents I bring to a school like this.
And can you tell our viewers a little bit more about your previous teaching experience?
Sure. So the past 3 years I've actually been working in private school at Brigham Catholic, teaching biology, anatomy, and physiology. Pretty similar stuff to what's going on right now. And before that I was working at Weequahic down in South Ward of Newark. So I've had a pretty diversified background in terms of education.
And what are some of your curriculum goals for the upcoming school year?
Fundamentally, it's really the scientific method. Like most subjects, I view education as a way of learning. So the scientific method presents one that's more evidence-based. And my goal is that my students understand that when we explore things scientifically, we're constantly looking for evidence and then backing up that with experimentation. And then leads you right back to more questions.
And what are some of the challenges you face, this being your first year at NHS?
Well, like getting to know anything new, it's just figuring out where everything is. And so far, I've had so many different helpful people, both of the staff, the students, the administration, just kind of showing me the ropes a little bit. It's basically learning a new vocabulary, both in terms of where everything is and how everything works, and how to write the right forms.
And outside of the demands of teaching, what do you like to do to relax?
Anytime I have time off, any extended amount of time off, I head to the mountains. I love hiking. This last weekend I did a wilderness first aid course where I learned basically when everything goes wrong, what do you do? I had a ball.
From the staff of the Raider Nation, we wish you and the entire Changing Science Department a productive school year this year at NHS.
Thank you very much.
Reporting for NHS TV, I'm Anthony Caruso.
We hope Mr. Travaline has a successful year in the ever-changing world of our science department.
In this segment of Question of the Week, we serve the faculty and staff our goals as they embrace their challenges for this school year.
What are your goals for this school year?
My goals for this school year would be to get everyone to love reading and English class and become excited about writing and ready for college.
My goal this year is to win at the decathlon.
My goals this year are to get more involved in the school.
My goal for the year is actually to really help young people who truly want to learn.
To get a good, solid GPA.
What are your goals for this school year?
To have a really great cheering year and win competitions. To get good grades.
To get my learner's permit.
To not fail math.
To go as far as we can in the state tournament for volleyball.
My goal for this year is for the soccer team to make it to November 12th. What are your goals for this school year?
My goals for this school year are to help all of my students improve their skills, and for my AP class to get more than 74% of them a 3 or higher on the AP test.
Well, my personal goals are always to grow professionally and to get better at what I do.
My goals would to be survive as a freshman.
To learn the do's and don'ts of high school.
My goal is to make senior year my best year yet.
Nick, what are your goals for this year?
Well, I'd really like to enjoy my senior year while keeping my grades up at the same time. How about yourself?
Well, since I'm a junior, it's like a hard year, so I'm trying to also keep my grades up and hopefully get straight A's. For Nick Santorello and all the staff, I'm Eunice Suba. Thank you for joining us on Raider Nation. Join us next time.